My name is Jordan Dennis, and I am a history teller here at Old Town Trolley Tours in the Old General Store Museum. This is the oldest store museum here in St. Augustine, Florida, and it used to be Charles Hamblin's old supply store for when Mr. Henry Flagler came down from New York.
Charles Hamblin opened the general store in 1875, providing the citizens of St. Augustine with food, produce, and clothing, as well as farming equipment, wagons, saddles, and even new inventions like the washing machine. But the most interesting items in the store were definitely the medicines.
The medicines are highly alcohol-based. They had a lot of alcohol, they had a lot of opiates, and that's pretty much what they thought was going to be solving your problems here. I mean, even the medicine for babies had a lot of alcohol in it. All of these items are 100% original. When Mr. Hamblin passed away, he did not have any children to give his items to, so they put all of his stuff in a warehouse, locked up, completely sealed. And when we opened up this museum last June, they took all the stuff out of the warehouse and put it back in here. So these items are 100% original. One of my personal favorite items here is the goat-powered washing machine. That's not something you see every day.
The oldest store museum has a remarkable collection of items from a simpler time. But just down the road, there is another museum that is well known as a collection of collections.
My name is Bob Harper. I'm the executive director of the Lightner Museum in St. Augustine, Florida. Otto Lightner was sort of a self-made man. He was born in Norwich, Kansas. He traveled around the United States and had the reputation as a newspaper doctor, what you'd now call a consultant. He eventually ended up in Chicago, where he was the owner of several small publications on collecting. So he conceived of the idea of putting them under one masthead called Hobbies Magazine. In his various editorials, he convinced people they didn't need to be a Frick or a Vanderbilt, that they could collect anything from salt and pepper shakers to stamps to coins up to fine arts. The museum is a collection of collections, and we primarily focus on 19th century decorative arts and fine arts, as well as material culture. We have everything here from world-class paintings and porcelains to a collection of salt and pepper shakers.
The museum's collections range from brilliant examples of cut glass and the stained glass work of Tiffany, to collections of musical instruments, stamps, buttons, and even shaving cups. The building itself is just as impressive as the collections within. It happens to be the old Alcazar Hotel, built by Henry Flagler.
The Alcazar was built by a man named Henry Morrison Flagler, who is one of the pioneer developers of what is now known as modern-day Florida. All three of Flagler's hotels were first-class hotels. The Alcazar was a little bit more fun than the other two hotels because we had all the spa facilities. We had massage rooms and steam baths and workout rooms. We had the world's largest indoor swimming pool, or at least touted to be by Mr. Flagler.
Otto Lightner donated the hotel and the collections within to the city of St. Augustine shortly before his death, leaving behind a lifetime of impressive art for all to enjoy. He also left behind one other thing.
Not only do we have his collection, we have Mr. Lightner. He is buried in the courtyard, and which was a sort of a typical thing to do, certainly in the 19th century, the founder of a great institution. If you go to the Smithsonian, they have Mr. Smithson there. So we have Mr. Lightner out buried in our courtyard. Is what his wish was, that he would be buried next to his collections.